welcome to the home of the Utah Utes, Rice-Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Utes will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcats offense will get first crack at it today. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Back to pass, it's Fritz. Fires left. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. Think about the Big 12 conference. It just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. So Utah's offense will have its first possession of the game. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coach...
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others, that they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
It's complete on the right side. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got it behind the line. It's Humphries. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Utes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kane. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
The Utes will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to the ground game on the left. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
The Utes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Right down the middle. Finds the big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You can flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Utah! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're set to kick it off. You think that going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They went 3. In their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for a man, it's Prince. Fires to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too, but those big, strong athletes are hard to get to the ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Catch in the middle, it's Dobbs. At midfield, he's got room. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Cincinnati! He got a step and just dusted the field.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, after not getting a thing done on first down, it's second and long from the 24. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And the Utes come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Gives it on the option. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Runs through a tackle. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Utes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The run from the shotgun. Still running at the 40. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Looking downfield on first down. Here's the pressure. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Now the connection takes it to the 11. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
The Utes had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the side.
Close to the end zone, and the ball's out. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away. When you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you diving, make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling. Second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Dropping back, it's Prince. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Hits the afterburners. Touchdown, Bearcats. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown, and a chance on this drive. Breaks into the open. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun, looking to throw. He'll try to do it himself, and he'll be brought down. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Back to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too soon to the offensive lineman, call it out, and pick you up. You could tell he did a good job buying a little bit of time, and then on the snap, boom, shot out of a cannon, right to the quarterback, gets the sack.
And the Utes send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking downfield, it's Prince. Safe completion on the screen. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Bearcats line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pucks it out of the air. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Rides the back on the option, the give.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Utes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Makes the grab. It's Humphries. He'll take it up to the 45-yard line. They stop him and knock him out of bounds. The Utes are flying down the field. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for the big play. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Oh, it's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Didn't get anything done 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. They'll run it from the gun. Oh, he's got some space.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. The option look. Now the toss. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And the Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass. It's Prince. Under fire. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it won't make the connection going for the big play. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Down to 2 minutes to play, we'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over, a chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. And the Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Utes can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Line gets set, first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Utes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to go up top. He's got him. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Just a hair too much on it from this big-armed sophomore quarterback.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second...
Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some... board before the break. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've been calling a lively one so far from Salt Lake City. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution.
Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. They'll open the second half with a run. Makes it past the marker.
You're down. Obviously, the half you had a conversation. You got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game started.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short.
Turning it on! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Working the middle, it's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. A field goal try would have been a 51-yarder. They'll opt instead to try to move the chains on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, at this point of the drive, 4th down and inches in your opponent's territory, you're trying to get into field goal range. You're just going to run the football. You're going to try to be more physical at the line of scrimmage. They were right there.
Touchdown, Utes! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. North Carolina. In front, they've led for most of the way. However, Ramses isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 13 over SMU. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Looking left. Complete downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Tight end finds a soft spot. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. So now it's second and long. To the air, it's Prince. Zings it complete to the right. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on third. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got it in the middle. It's Kane. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 41 and a fresh set of downs. The Utes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
And the Utes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got him downfield. There he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Utes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the shotgun. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
And the Utes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. To the ground. He's got it again. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up for the 1st down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we...
Got some room, heading to the goal line. Touchdown, Utah! They take the lead with the 6. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this offense now moving forward in this game. That last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Just a short pass to the tight end. Breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. They'll leave it with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
What an unbelievable job by the secondary. No pass rush in sight. Quarterback had all day to throw, but they still took away all the options in the back end. Great job.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bearcats will punt this one away. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Hits him with a stiff arm. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
They'll ride the hot hand, and this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
The play-action fake. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this offense is just, they've struggled to get in a rhythm. And I like they take a shot down the field, but interested to see how they can maybe get some easy completions for this quarterback and get him in a little bit of a rhythm.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Finds his tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets rid of it. And the pass falls incomplete, and we have played 3 quarters. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the third quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time. We open the fourth. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. He'll do it himself. Makes a man miss. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The give from the gun.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The mighty Utah student section alive and bringing the noise on third down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That'll bring him to within 4.
And I think I understand the thought process of the offense here. You cut into the lead. Now a touchdown wins it. I might have stayed a little bit more aggressive, but they obviously trust their defense, and they're trying to get the football back to this offense and try to make plays late in the fourth quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. Rides the back and leaves it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And when the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block that you can really depend on, hangs on to...
Oh, he's got some space. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
Now on second down. The give on the counter. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Utes are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Utes will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Oh, he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. It's a draw. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anyway.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. Makes a grab and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Let's see if they can put the defense on its heels in 1st and 10. Downfield. Turning it on. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Direct snap. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Illegal block.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Bearcats trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. On the run, still looking. Got enough space. And they're able to get him down, but not before he gets to the 2. by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Trying to barge their way in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Bearcats! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time. Pocket breaking down. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. To the air on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, no mystery here. Third in California late in the game. Defense knows they're going to throw it, so they're going to have a lot of guys back in zone coverage. These guys up front are going to be pinning their ears back. Quarterback better have the clock going off in his head.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw, it's Prince. Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. They'll run the screen. There he goes. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll keep it himself. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. And it's no good. It's still a three-point game after the miss.
And look, I know there's not a lot of time left, David, but that's a big miss. Obviously, if he hits it and forces the other team to need to score a touchdown to win, now he's left the door just a bit open here. We've seen crazy things happen in college football.
Yeah, and crazy things need to happen because you still got to make a few plays to get down the field with very little time on the clock. But now there is hope. You've got a chance. And the other kicker on the other sideline better be getting warmed up.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They'll use the timeout, 6 seconds left on the clock. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee.